All right, Patricia and Sam. Patricia and Sam. Where are you guys from originally?
I'm from Clarendon, Arkansas.
And I was originally born in New York but raised in Flippin, Arkansas.
So you guys are from Arkansas. Anywhere near Little Rock?
About 4.5 hours from Little Rock.
Oh, so you're far. You're not in the big city.
No.
Small town.
Oh, yeah.
I'm from a small town too.
And tell me about your childhoods, Patricia. Tell me about your family.
Well, my family are the people that like to make money. They're cops and they're crooked. And I was sexually molested by my own father. And I was basically raped by a person that I looked up to as a brother figure until I had a baby by him when I was 12 years old. And my childhood was basically in and out of the hospital because of having a 3-chambered heart, and also I'm told by the doctors that I wasn't going to live until 28 days before I was born.
They gave you 28 days to live?
Yes.
And how old are you now?
I'm 28 years old.
Wow. A 3-chamber heart. I've never heard that before.
I have the, you're supposed to have 4, but I have 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm missing the main source of your heart,
The ventricle?
the vesicle. And so, yeah. And I was 18 when my mother passed away. And then October the 24th is when my father passed away, 2019, which is then right after my father died, I had my little girl, and they decided that I was doing something wrong, which is I knew that I was doing something right. I didn't want them to put a feeding tube in her because it was giving her problems. And then they called DHS on us saying that I was doing something wrong with them, telling them to take it out because it was making her sick, making her definitely sick. And right after we got news from my sister and my sister-in-law and my brother stating that she had to have surgery on where they had the feeding tube, and that's when I said, yeah, I knew I was doing the right thing.
So are you raising, how many kids do you have?
I only have 2.
And are you raising your kids?
No, sir. I was a little too young to raise my son.
Mm-hmm. You were 12?
I was 12 years old, and it was kind of difficult, but he is somewhere with family, and he likes it up there.
He's with your family?
Yeah, he's with some of my family that is on from my dad's side, but on my mama's side, they cannot stand. And some on my dad and some on my mama's side, they don't like him because of he's not made of money.
They don't like Sam?
They don't like Sam. They don't like him, period.
Why is that?
Because he is one of those couch surfers, sorta. Likes to stay in one spot and then gone the next.
They would rather you were with who? Someone who?
They would rather for me to be with somebody that is rich And I'm not going for that because I believe in finding who you are supposed to be with.
Mm-hmm. And Sam, tell me about how you grew up.
My part of my childhood I don't remember because I was traveling with my dad. He took me away from my mother when I was 5 years old. Took me to Arkansas following my grandparents, his parents.
How would you describe your childhood?
Abusive. The lady my dad married, my stepmom, she would beat on me just about every day over some stupid stuff.
Did you guys finish high school?
I didn't.
You did?
I didn't. I had a bad football injury, and my dreams of completing school was going to play for the Arkansas Razorbacks. But I had that football injury, and it ended my football career. So I just said the hell with it.
You gave up on school?
I'm done with school.
Hmm.
Football was my dream.
Yeah. So you guys are living where? You're homeless now?
Yes.
How long have you been traveling around homeless? I found you at the Greyhound station.
We've been in California for about a week.
But how long have you been traveling, Sam?
I've been traveling for the total of 6 years.
6 years. And you'll just go from state to state, city to
Yeah.
city?
But at first I was just going to Colorado, Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri. Basically the bordering states of Arkansas.
Right.
But since I got with her, she said she wanted to travel the United States, so I said, let's get out of my comfort zone of the bordering states of Arkansas and broaden my wings a little bit.
You spread out?
Yeah.
So you've been all over the country?
Just them states. The furthest I've been is New York.
Okay.
This is my first time out west.
Yeah. How do you guys support yourself?
She gets a Social Security check every month.
But are you doing anything other than that?
No.
You said you were panhandling, right?
Yes. Yeah, we do panhandle when we find a busy enough spot with enough traffic. Enough traffic that has money.
Right.
Ain't making no money over here.
Yeah, you're in a part of town where you're not going to make much money panhandling. You'll have to get outside of Skid Row. And you guys sleep where now?
Anywhere we can lay our heads.
Yeah.
You just lay down on the concrete or something? And
Yeah.
that's got to be rough.
I don't like it because we almost got our bags stolen from us last night because somebody moved my head, and you do not wake up an Indian. I'm Mascalari Apache. So I'm easy to wake up.
Oh, I see. How old are you guys?
I am 26.
I'm 28.
And you guys you've been a couple for how long?
Almost 4 years married, only 1 year.
Oh, you're married.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh. What do you think your future holds? Where do you guys want to be in a few years? Any plans?
I'm trying to pursue either a YouTube career or a music career.
I'm more so wanting to be a singer. Cause some of my friends tell me that I sound just exactly like Loretta Lynn.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
And are drugs a part of your lives?
Just marijuana.
Just what the doctors give me.
Prescriptions for your heart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also have a little bit of PTSD, and I've also cut myself a little bit
Yeah.
when my mom passed away. It literally, it killed me inside when my mom died.
You're close with your mom.
That was my hero. My mom was everything to me. She tried to keep my dad from doing everything that he did to me. My dad always wanted to molest me just because I didn't do what he wanted me to do.
How long did that go on with your father?
I was 2 years old when it started, and it didn't stop until I was 16. And when he died, I didn't feel no remorse. I didn't feel no remorse whatsoever. Both of my parents are dead. But when he died, I felt so relieved that we have one more less child molester in this world.
What do you guys worry about now? What are you afraid of?
Finding our next meal.
Are you just surviving day by day?
Yeah.
And I have hypoglycemia. I have to eat or my sugar will bottom out if I don't get nothing to eat.
Right.
And I've been thirsty since I got here.
Well, I'm going to set you up. You'll be good for a while at least.
All I want is a shower, a bed, and that.
What's your biggest regret?
My biggest regret?
Regret.
My biggest regret I've ever had was meeting up with an ex-boyfriend. And moving in with a person that tried to take my husband away from me.
You moved in with somebody that. Why were you not moving in with your husband?
We were homeless on the streets of Arkansas.
So you
He tried to convince me to do something that it's ungodly to do. And I wouldn't go for it, and he basically got into his head with it more than he did me. I was strong-minded not to do it. But that was my biggest regret.
what was he trying to get you to do?
He tried to get both of us to sleep with him. And I didn't want to do it. I believe in God, I believe in Jesus, and I believe in everything else. And I don't believe in that threesome stuff. I don't believe in it. That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Christian.
Do you prefer this lifestyle of living on the road and having very little responsibility
Having
to something more stable?
yeah, But right now, I just want to travel because that's what I want to do before I actually want to settle down and do things in my life.
We're gonna travel from here. We're basically gonna go up the Canadian border and back down to our final destination is gonna be in Florida.
You may want to reschedule that and go to Florida during winter and go to up north during the warmer
Oh, I
months.
know.
Have you thought that out?
Yeah,
Winter's right around the corner.
I know how cold it gets up north.
Yes, it gets cold up there.
I've never been up there, so. Well, I have on a school field trip when we drove the Greyhound bus to New York City. It was very cold. It was honor students that got to go. I'm an honor student.
You are?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I'm not smart anymore because of what my ex-boyfriend did to me. He kicked me in the skull so many times. I lost a lot of disability of reading and writing. I lost a little bit of that much of my brain because of what he did to me. And I forgive him. I forgive him for what he done to me. I won't forget, but I forgive. Because ain't that what the Bible said? Ain't that what the Bible says? Forgive and forget.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys still have contact with your families?
No.
How about you, Sam?
I still have contact with my mother because she got into contact with me when I turned 18 and I finally got my first Facebook. She was the first friend request and I didn't know who she was. It had been over 15 years since I've seen her. Finally met up with her when I was 23. No, 22.
Yeah, you were 22.
I walked from Little Rock to upstate New York. Took 4.5, almost 5 months. I left during the spring. I didn't show up till about winter. Till late December. Late November, early December is when I showed up.
What would you guys say is the most important lessons you've learned in your lives?
For me, it would have to be respect.
Honesty.
Honesty and respect. Those are great.
And like him.
All right. Patricia and Sam, thank you so much for sharing your stories. And I wish you the best of luck with your marriage and your travels. Thank you very much.
Yeah.